Creative Cards, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use our beautiful new floral lace background die to create this stunning card. So we're going to be using the floral lace background along with our beautiful new Floral Dreams paper pad. We're going to be using some old foliage, so this is from the Dazzling Foliage set, and we're going to be using one of our older flower sets as well. This is the Summer Flower, which is beautiful. So we're going to dive on in and start this project. I've got all of my mats and layers pre-cut down to size, but I'll tell you what sizes they are as I go through the different mats and layers. So we are going to start off with, I've got my 8x8 card blank here, and I've got a piece of our Amethyst mirror card, and I've cut that down to 7 3/4 inches square. I'm going to take a little bit of Collal all-purpose glue, which is the glue that I like to use for my matting and layering. And I'm going to pop this just onto the back, ready to glue this into place onto my base card. There we go. So just scribble a little bit of glue on there. It looks like I'm putting loads of glue on, but I'm really not. I'm just putting a very small amount on, just scratching the tip across the surface there. So that is then going to get stuck onto our base card, like so. Okay, next up I've taken a piece of our Amethyst pearl card and I've trimmed that down to 7 1/2 inches square. And what we're going to do with this piece is we're going to take one of our chisel tip glue pens, which are available on the website, and we're going to create a little sparkly border around the edge. I'm just going to grab a piece of scrap card to glue onto. I'll be honest, I tend to use my leftover envelopes for doing this. So I've got one to glue on and one to sprinkle my glitter onto. So the glitter that I'm going to be using for glitter in the edges is called Crystal Crush. And it's a lovely ultra fine kind of crystallinery type silvery glitter. What we're going to do is drag that glue pen just along the edge of the card like so. And then we are going to take our scrap paper, sprinkle over the glitter and tap away the excess. Like so. And we're going to work round until we do all 4 sides exactly like this. And what you'll find is holding the glue pen at a slight angle and dragging it towards yourself will give you that lovely kind of straight line. I think I need to treat myself to a new pot of Crystal Crush glitter as well. We're on the very last of it here, I think. So I'm just going to sprinkle that over my card like so. And then we're going to tap away the excess, and you can see how we've then got that lovely little glittery frame around the edge of our card. I'm going to put any remaining glitter back into the jar and pop that over to one side. I've then got a piece of patterned paper, and this is this gorgeous butterfly design, and this has come from the Floral Dreams paper pad, which I'm going to stick down into the centre of the card like so. Going to add a little bit of glue just onto the back, and then we're going to stick that down onto our base card like so. I'm going to flip that over, and I'm going to put some foam pads on the back. I am of course using the foam pads from our fabulous foam pads on a roll. If you haven't used these before, you are missing out on an absolute treat. They are fantastic for your matting and layering. They've got a quick release back, so the backs are going to peel off these like an absolute dream. So I'm going to whip the backs off of here. Look at that. It is so easy to do. And I always like to start by building up the background on my card, and then I can talk you through it. So we've got the mirror card at 7 3/4 inches square. We've then got our Amethyst pearl card at 7 1/2 inches square, and our patterned paper at 7 1/4. So we're going to pop that down onto our base card like so, and you can see how beautiful our mats and layers are then looking. So what we've then got is we've got a piece of our lovely amethyst pearl card and some crystal white pearl card. And what I'm going to do is stick these 2 layers together. So I'm just going to use a little bit of that all-purpose glue again on the back. I'm going to stick that down onto my base card, like so. And let me just see if I've got another pot of crystal crush next to me here. I do quite often have 2 pots of the glitter. Just have a little look. Don't think that I have, so we'll just have to use the jar that we've got, unless there's one here. Oh yes, of course I do. It's a gorgeous glitter. Actually, what I've been meaning to do, to be honest, is get another couple of my little Tupperware pots and pop this into some Tupperware, because it's such a gorgeous colour. If you love kind of glass slipper that we've brought to you before, you're going to absolutely love this one. So what I've then done is taken my piece of card and dragged along the edge, and because you've just got a very fine little border on here of the white, you're going to be able to sprinkle over your glitter and tap away the excess, and you'll kind of capture both a little bit of the white and the purple as well on this little matte layer on your project. So again, we're just working around using that chisel tip glue pen, dragging it towards you like so, and then we're going to dunk that into the glitter and just tap away the excess. Okay, that's going to go back into the jar, and then if I bring that back in so you can see, we've got our lovely base card, and then we've got this piece that's going to sit in the middle, and this is about 6 1/4 inches for the white piece and then 6 inches for the amethyst piece. We're going to flip that over. I'm going to pop some foam pads onto the back like so. And we'll just whip the backs off of these. Again, you can see these foam pads, honestly, they are incredible. Like, I know it seems really boring to tell you how good these are, but they are fabulous. They make your crafting so much easier, because nobody's got time to be sitting there taking off all the little backs of foam pad paper. So you can see how our mats and layers are coming together really nicely. We're going to get on with a little bit of die cutting next. So I've got a piece of our amethyst mirror card, which is stunning, and I've got the outer border of the floral lace background die. So we're going to die cut this out from the amethyst mirror card. To do that, we are going to use a little bit of low tack tape. And what I tend to find is with these more kind of delicate dies is if you tape across the corners like so, and tape all 4 corners down, it just helps your card not to move when it's in the die cutting machine. So what we're going to do next is take our Gemini machine, which I've just got set up to the side of me here, and I'm going to use my base plate, my plastic shim and my cutting plate to cut this one out. So we're going to pop those layers together, grab in our machine, and we're going to feed this through. So I've got my machine set up just to the side of me here. Like so, and then what we'll do is take that and rotate it by 90 degrees, because what we've done is left the magnetic shim out. So we've used our base plate, the plastic shim, our die with the card cut side up, and then the cutting plate on the top, and by leaving that out it's going to give us a more even cut all over the die. So we're going to send that back through now. Like so, and these dies will fit through like your Gemini Junior as well, and your A5 die cutting machine. I'm just using my A4 one today. Right, so then we're going to lift that out, and you can see how we've got this perfect die cut. Okay, so just lift that away I'm going to lift this away too, and you can see, I mean, look at how beautifully that has die cut out. So any little bits that are left, you can just kind of go in and just push through. So you could use a little pokey tool if you've got one, or tweezers, something like that. So you can just go through and push any little pieces through like so. So you can see how fab that's then looking. Okay. And then what we need to do is we need to create this beautiful kind of patterned piece for the middle. So what we're going to do with that is we're going to take our magnetic shim, because this is a much more detailed die, and I'm going to pop that into my sandwich. So I've got my base plate, my magnetic shim, my plastic shim, and I'm going to use the cutting plate on the top. So what we now want to do is we want to take our die, and I've got a piece of crystal white pearl card somewhere. Let me just go and grab that. I'm hoping I've cut this down to the right size, because I trimmed them all down on my guillotine earlier. Yes, I have. So we're going to take the little outer layer, which has got like the little pierced dots around the edge. So we're going to pop that one down first, and we're going to pop that lovely delicate frame in the middle. We're then going to take our tape and tape our dies into place. Pop a piece here and a piece here. Okay, and then we're going to flip that over, pop our cutting plate on the top, and run that through our die cutting machine. And then we'll grab that at the other side when it's done. But you can see in one pass we've got a beautifully die cut image. So we're going to just lift that away, and you can see, you can spend your time poking all the little pieces out. So let me just wheel in on my chair here. So again, just using a poke tool, you can push these through like so. Okay, so you can get all of those pieces out. I've got one that I've already done, because I know that watching me push the pieces out is not the most exciting thing to do. So let me grab in the bits that I've got done. Right, so we've got our gorgeous mirror card layer, and then we've got this lovely fancy layer that's going to go in the middle, but we want to add some glitter in behind this. So I'm using a double-sided adhesive sheet. Again, all of the items that I've used I've linked in the description below. So if you can click on any of those, and you'll be able to shop them online. So I've taken the back off that double-sided adhesive, and I'm just lining up over the top with my beautiful die cut piece. Okay, we're going to place that down over the top. Keep your little piece of waste paper, and then give it a little rub over, just to get that nicely smoothed on there. Okay, then we're going to peel the backing off, so you can hear the adhesives all on there. I'm going to just pop this to here. Anywhere you've got a little bit of adhesive over the edge as well, what you can do is just push it back with your finger, and then it'll just stick to the other side. Okay, and then we're going to stick that down onto our base card, like so. Okay, and we're going to take our backing again and give that a little rub over, and that's just making sure that that's all in contact with the card. And then we're going to take our scrap paper and our gorgeous Crystal Crush glitter. We're going to sprinkle that over the top, and we're going to give it a little rub. So you literally are just rubbing this glitter into the double-sided adhesive sheet. Okay, and then we're going to tap away the excess, and then you can see how you've got that beautiful glittery background there. So what we're then going to do is pop that back into the jar. Okay, I'm going to grab our base card in. I'm going to pop some foam pads on the back of here again. So again, just a few foam pads. so. And then we're going to take the backs off of these here. Okay, and then what we're going to do is bring our base card back in, and we're going to pop this on at a jaunty angle, kind of across the card like so. Okay, so you just want to angle that till you're happy with it. I'm going to take some little self-adhesive sparkles. Of course, we've got these on the website. They are absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to just add 3 into a couple of the corners. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 there. I'll turn that round and do 3 at the top as well. So 1, 2, 3, and there we go. Okay, and then if we turn that round, see we've got that all nicely built up there, ready for our beautiful flowers. So what I've then done is taken the Summer Flower Trio stamp, which is this one here. Mine is very well used, so it's a little bit inky stained. And I've got a piece of our Amethyst pearl paper, which is a lovely colour. So what we're going to do is take the anti-static bag and dust over the paper like so. And then we're going to take a Wow Clear embossing ink pad. This ink pad is brilliant. It's sticky as opposed to being a wet ink pad. So it's brilliant for holding your embossing powders. So I'm just going to stamp 1 of these to show you. But you would need to stamp out 6 for the finished project. So we're going to ink this up. And I'm going to place this down onto our base card like so and press, and then we're going to lift that away. We're going to grab back in that bit of scrap paper, and I'm going to take my Opaque Bright White Superfine embossing powder. So I've got mine in a large jar. We do sell them in the standard jars on the website as well, or if you use a lot, the large jars do work out at much better value because you get like 10 times the amount in one of these. It's insane. So what I'm then going to do is take my heat gun. If you've got a dual speed one like mine, I tend to just go for the hottest setting. So all you're going to do is hold your heat gun still. Literally as soon as you see that embossing powder start to melt and change, you are just going to move the heat gun over the image. Okay, once that's nicely heated up, so you would need to do 6 of these. We're going to take the corresponding die. I'm going to line this up over the top. Now normally if I'm die cutting I like to stand directly above, but because of my little camera setup I'm not able to. So we're going to just, I think that looks about right there. But normally I find being directly above the image helps with your lining up. So what we're then going to do is grab our Gemini back in again. So I'm going to use my base plate, my plastic shim, and my cutting plate for this sandwich. So again, it's just an outline die, so you don't need loads of pressure in there. I'm then going to run that through the machine. Grab that at the other side. So when we lift that out, we're going to have a perfectly die cut little flower there. Okay. So you can see how lovely that flower then looks. So what we've then done is I've got some that have already all been cut out for me and have kind of cooled down a little bit as well. Going to take my Diamante Sparkle glitter. Okay, and what we're then going to do is go in with our glue and we're going to apply lots of little dots of PVA glue to the petals, like so. Okay, and then we're going to take our gorgeous Sparkelicious glitter and we're going to sprinkle that over the top, like so. Okay, and then what we're going to do, we're going to grab in the ones that have already dried, and what we're going to do is pinch down the middle of these. So we're going to literally just pinch down the middle to create a lovely valley fold down the centres of each of the flowers. Okay, and this is so easy to do. You don't need anything too technical or anything at all. Okay. So, and the one I've just done, I'm going to do it very carefully because obviously that glitter's still a little bit wet. So we're just going to pinch those petals round. Okay, and then to stick my flower together, I'm going to use a little bit of Pin Flare glue gel. So what we're going to do is just pop a blob of glue on the back and just start to layer these up. So to layer them, all that we're doing is just twisting and offsetting the petals, like so. Okay, and then we're going to do exactly the same with this one. So we're just going to layer up the flowers, like so. And we're just going to twist and offset these ever so slightly, like so. Okay. What we're then going to do is take some of the gorgeous jewels. So this is from our Sugared Bling box, but we do have these available on their own on the website. So I'm going to use the Sugared Lilac ones. So I'm going to take a few of these. I think I'll take 6 per flower. So that's 5, 6, like so. And then what we're going to do is take our Art Glitter Dries Clear Glue again, and I'm using the little metal tip on my glue, which you can buy. It does come separate from your glue, but it's definitely worth investing in. And then I'm going to take my little tweezers, just see if I can grab them. There we go. Okay, so we're going to place this one down in the middle first. You do kind of need to let your glue gel dry a little bit as well. Okay, and then we're going to go all the way around, adding these little jewels just into the centre of the flower, like so. Okay, that's that one. Then we're going to do exactly the same with the next one. So a blob of glue in the middle and then add the little dots around the edge. We're just going to work our way around. So we're going to do this one. Like so. Okay, and then you can see how gorgeous those flowers are looking. So what we're going to do next is bring our base card back in. Okay, I've die cut out a little diamond. This is from the Floral Lace Diamond die set, and you could stamp a little sentiment in the middle. I'm going to leave this one blank because I don't know what I want to use this card for yet. We've just used the Sending Smiles on the sample, which I believe is from the Summer Flower Trio set. So that's going to go in the middle, like so. And then we're going to take our 3D glue gel and we're going to start to build up the flowers. So we've got one in the top corner there. Then we're going to pop one in the bottom corner here. Okay. And then I've taken my foliage. So this is from the Dazzling Foliage set. And I've stamped and embossed it onto heat resistant acetate using that Opaque Bright White Superfine Wow powder. I've then flipped it over and glittered it with one of our green Sparkelicious glitters. And what we're going to do is put a little bit of glue gel just onto the base of these and then just stick them in behind the flowers like so. Okay, you can see how pretty that then looks. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these little die cut elements. Again, these are from the Dazzling Foliage set. And we've just die cut these out of a little scrap of Amethyst mirror card. And then we're just going to tuck these in behind the flowers. Like so. One in, just underneath, just slide it in. Oh my word, getting all stuck up with the glue. There we go. So if we slide that in behind, you can see how fabulous that then looks. So that card would just then be ready for your sentiment. So if I bring in the finished one that's completely dry, you'll be able to see just by adding your sentiment in there, it looks absolutely beautiful. So all of the items that I've used are linked in the comments below. Please do give our video a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel where we've got loads of tutorials coming up for you. Make sure to give us a like on Facebook too, and of course you can shop all of our products online at chloescreativecards.co.uk. I hope to see you again soon, and I really hope that you've enjoyed today's video, and I can't wait to see what you create with our products.